Ladies and gentlemen, this is a USA Today article. Twitter layoff slash content moderation staff as new CEO Elon Musk looks to outsource. There are recent articles too about um, Elon Musk firing content moderation staff and the chief of that team. You can look at this article. Well, all these articles here. Um, Musk fires more Twitter staff, cuts content moderation, and there's a whole lot of documentation and reporting on this. This is very, very, very important because you have 50 former intelligence officials warn the Post. Sounds like the New York Post story sounds like information that misinforms. Oh my goodness, you mean the truth about Democrats misinform? Oh my. Another country wants you to know that Hunter was meeting with people to form potential graft and possible bribery schemes, and that there were 150 suspicious activity reports with financial institutions. You mean another country wants you to know that Joe met with Hunter's business associates, and Hunter's business associates emailed him asking how he could, quote, use his influence, end quote, on behalf of their company? And that there are thousands of those emails and hundreds of major financial transactions that are suspicious. Oh, goodness gracious. My God. That sounds like the work of another country to inform you how bad Democrats are, thus influencing you to pick Trump, and that's a national security concern. House GOP demand records from ex-Intel officials. And so now these officials are going to get investigated by Republicans, Trump Republicans who took over the House. Hit subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your interest and for making the last video do extremely well. But hit subscribe if you want to be part of a newsletter. Go to just email me at contactgoodman88@gmail.com. And if you want to support my work long term, my Patreon is below. The super thanks to my super thanks. Thank you so much, especially people in my last segment. And if you want to also just subscribe also to the Stock Market Crash channel and H.A. Goodman's other channel. I will be doing more work on those. I always say that, but I will. House GOP demand records from ex-intelligence officials about Hunter's laptop letter. Now, here's what took place. Hit subscribe and share this everywhere. What took place, ladies and gentlemen, is that the content moderation team got a letter from at Twitter and at other platforms too. Okay. We got a letter from 50 or 51 former intelligence officials who, by the way, have the exact same viewpoint or who bolster the viewpoint of the Democratic Party and never Trump Republicans. And so you have to ask yourself, why do people vote for Trump? Why is Trump such an important individual, especially in this day and age when you have so many despicable and nefarious and duplicitous people, let's just say factions after him? Okay, when was the last time intel agencies in Hollywood were on the right side of history? Ask yourself that question. They write a letter saying, "Oh my God, the New York Post is publishing information about a laptop that Hunter has, the son of the Democratic nominee. We think it's another plot by the Kremlin. We think that it's trying. Another country is trying to interfere." Okay. The notion of interference is any truth about the Democratic Party is detrimental to the country because it then and then encourages people to vote for Trump. See, it's not that, oh, wow, there's more corruption on the other side of the political divide. It's not, let's just look at this reporting, because the Steele dossier was completely fabricated from the very beginning. BuzzFeed even said, well, it's unverified. They came out with an unverified dossier, and then they said, well, let the people decide. But they wouldn't allow that with Hunter's story, which was actually true. So BuzzFeed published something that was not true. It was not silenced or suppressed or censored by Twitter's content moderation team. Okay? 50 plus intelligence officials didn't write a letter saying, well, we don't think the Steele dossier is true. We think the Steele dossier is an attempt at information that misinforms, which, by the way, it was by that other country. No. Steele dossier, no problem. Definitely fits content moderation at Twitter. This story, which was absolutely true, that Hunter and Joe and everyone around them are engaged in possible graft and other felonies. All you need is a pretext. All you need is a reason to ban or silence a conservative voice or story or anything detrimental to the Democratic Party. They won't have that anymore, people. That is very important because now you're going to have House GOP demand records from ex-Intel officials about Hunter laptop letter. And so you're going to have an investigation of people who basically lied to the whole country. We know that the New York Post story was accurate, and we knew it was accurate even then. We had 2 years ago, we had the owner of the computer store owner. We had a person who was willing to testify. All these people were willing to testify before Congress. But of course, the House was run by Democrats, so it wasn't going to happen. Now you have a Republican House, no content moderation team at Twitter. So that's not a good situation for Democrats. Now they're going to actually have to deal with revelations about their possible felony schemes, corruption, criminality. And the interesting thing is that the people who, inherent to the viewpoint that, well, that was a good decision to silence because Trump was so bad. Well, Trump wasn't bad, because when you are trying, inherent to the decision of silencing or suppressing or banning or censoring any discussion about how corrupt Democrats are, you're tipping the scales. You're not creating an even playing field. That's why Democrats need everybody from Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert and Seth Meyers to the content moderation team at Twitter. But they won't have the content moderation team at Twitter. Twitter was a way to get morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrats to be on the offensive all the time. They were able to silence and suppress not just the Hunter laptop story, not just to suspend the New York Post, but they were able to foment baseless claims against Trump while yelling at the rooftops about what they considered baseless claims against them. The claims that against Democrats were actually truthful. It was Hunter's own emails. And those emails showed graft, felonies, like potential for potential for prosecution of even our current president. He met with Hunter's business associates, and there were 150 suspicious activity reports. And so you have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where Democrats will not have that advantage anymore. And that was a huge, monumental advantage. Again, they need every possible advantage because you look at the economy and foreign policy, it's a catastrophe. But because they have all these advantages, and because never Trump Republicans exist, we only have the House. If it wasn't for Mitch McConnell, we'd have the Senate. And that's a categorical fact. That's not an opinion. McConnell gave $7 million to Lisa Murkowski. That money could have helped Adam Laxalt win Nevada and defeat his rival. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. Huge news. Thank you.